What did you say? I can't hear you. What? What? Sorry, it's too noisy here. I can't hear it, really. That's of course not what you want to happen when you record in a city or generally a noisy environment. So in this video I will show you some tricks on how you get better audio when you record in situations like that. So the first and my favorite option, a lavalier mic, is what you see here right now. And lavalier mics usually don't really sound like a good option because they are omnidirectional, which means that they record all the sound around them. But it's actually not much of an issue because your body acts a bit like a sound protector. So you can see behind me is a crossing, many cars driving, motorbikes, etc. But it's not much of an issue because my body is placed between the microphone and the cars, so it picks up a lot less noise from them. Of course, an issue that you can oftentimes have is that when a wall is in front of you, then the noise would get reflected from the wall back into the microphone, then you can still hear it. So definitely avoid having a wall close to you so that it reflects something. And what's also great about lavalier microphones is that you can actually see what's going on behind you. So even if it picks up a bit of noise from the traffic now, then it doesn't really feel weird because you can see the traffic behind me and therefore you know where it's coming from. And then you automatically think like, okay, that's normal, like he's in the city, so it's for sure that I can hear some traffic noise. And therefore it's totally fine to have a bit of traffic noise, for example, in there, as long as you can clearly understand the voice of the speaker. So now I'm on a shotgun microphone. I'm using the Sony ECM-B1 blah blah, I don't know, no one can remember that name. Sony, you have to change that. And as you can see directly compared to the lavalier microphone, I had to change my framing. So now the road is behind the microphone and the building that I was standing in front of is in front of the microphone together with me. And the reason why I have to do that is that the shotgun microphone is directional. So it picks up all the sound in front of it, but it rejects the sound coming from behind and from the sides, and that's why I have to stand like that now. Otherwise you would hear a lot of traffic noise. It would be really bad even if you can already hear it. And that sucks a bit because now you can't hear where the background noise is coming from, and therefore it feels a bit weird. Like you see this building, it all looks quiet, but in reality you can hear the traffic noise even if it's not that loud and you can understand my voice. So that definitely sucks a bit. And aside from that, you could also recognize that I had to change my framing. Like I'm a lot closer to the camera now, which is because I have to be close to the microphone in order for it to pick up my voice properly. So you could see before I actually had the lavalier mic pretty high, which usually you have it a bit lower, but I did that because I knew it's quite noisy here, so I wanted to get the best results. So having the microphone as close to the mouth as possible is always important, and that's the problem also with the shotgun microphone, because now I have to use a super wide angle lens, and let's be honest, it looks a bit weird here in the shot, even if you can do it like that, but it's not really looking professional. And if you want to make it look professional, then you either need a microphone stand that you bring with you, and then you put the microphone above your head and it points to your chin or your throat, but it is slightly out of the frame, and then you get good results as well. Or you simply need an assistant that brings a so-called boom pole, which is kind of a like long selfie stick or monopod where the microphone is on top and then he holds the microphone above your head. You often see that in TV, for example, but that involves that you bring equipment or you need an assistant, so that sucks a bit, and that's why I just used my super wide angle lens here so I can stand close to the microphone and it picks up my voice better. So that's definitely some downsides of the shotgun microphone, but there are also advantages. Many shotgun microphones have some filters included, and here I use a low cut filter. On other microphones it's called high pass filter, and that basically cuts out all the lower frequencies, so the bassy sound. And as you could hear with the lavalier microphone before, there was a lot more bassy noise around me, and this is cut out now because I'm using this low cut filter. In this specific microphone from Sony, I also have a noise cancellation or noise cancel filter, or however it's called, in that would cut out even more background noise, but it also affects your voice a little bit, so I try to use it as less as possible. But there's also an option on this microphone, but I'm also not using that right now because the other microphones don't have that, so you should hear what you can expect from most microphones. And shotgun microphones that I can generally recommend is either the Sony here. This is awesome because it doesn't need a cable, but also for other cameras, for non-Sony cameras, the Rode VideoMic NTG and VideoMic Pro are really good. If you're looking looking for something cheaper, then the Rode Video Micro is also something that I can absolutely recommend, which does need a battery. That's great as well, but there you don't have any filters, so that's a little bit of a downside. So if you shoot a lot of noisy environments like here, then definitely bring a lavalier mic. It makes everything a bit easier, even if the shotgun microphones have some advantages like usually the high pass filter. That definitely helps a bit. Even here I can actually hear quite a lot of bassy noise around me, so the shotgun microphone is also not a bad option here, but generally lavaliers are a bit more convenient to use in those environments. So yeah, get one of those. If you're looking for a cheap one, I can recommend the SmartLav Plus from Rode. You have to record with your phone there, but the good thing about that is that you can actually control the input level, the decibels. And another tip here, just set it to -10 decibel, or sometimes even -20 if you have a lot of noise around you, and bring the microphone as close to your mouth as possible. You can actually see that I placed it quite wide up, like usually people have it around here, I have it around here. I do that because the closer it is to my mouth, the better it picks up my voice and less noise. So it's like more contrast between both sound sources. And yeah, that's basically everything for today. I hope this video was helpful. If yes, then leave me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe and the bell notifications button, and I hope to see you in the next video.